The Golden Whisk Culinary Championship has reached its nail-biting final round, and the tension in the kitchen is thick enough to spread on toast. 3 chefs remain, but everyone agrees that Chef Pierre LeGrand is the unstoppable frontrunner. His signature dish, the legendary Cloud-Nine Soufflé, is a marvel. Tall, airy, delicately browned, and carried to the judging table like a priceless artifact. But the moment of glory collapses, literally and figuratively. The head judge lifts a spoon, takes a bite, and instantly recoils.
This souffle is disgusting. It's pure salt.
Gasps ripple across the arena. Cameras zoom in. Pierre's face drains of color. This is no simple mistake. Pierre measures ingredients with the precision of a jeweler. Someone has tampered with his batter. Now, with the clock ticking and the souffle sinking, Chef Pierre's future hangs by a whisk. Who slipped salt into his masterpiece? One of the other finalists with everything to gain? A jealous rival from earlier rounds? A judge with a grudge? The kitchen becomes a crime scene, and only one thing is clear. Someone tried to flatten Pierre's chances, and now it's up to us to rise to the challenge and solve the mystery of the salted soufflé. Here are the 3 suspects. First, we have Marco the Messy, Pierre's assistant. Marco has a motive. He's been Pierre's sous chef for 10 years. Pierre is famous for being a kitchen tyrant who never gives Marco credit. If Pierre loses his reputation, Marco might finally get to open his own bistro. Next, we have Brenda the Butter Queen, Pierre's rival. Brenda's triple chocolate tower collapsed in the previous round. She is currently in last place. If Pierre is disqualified, she moves up to the runner-up spot and stays in the competition. Lastly, there's Arthur, the expert food critic. Arthur wrote a scathing review of Pierre's restaurant last month, and Pierre banned him from the premises. Arthur is here as a guest judge and wants to prove that Pierre is a hack who can't even tell salt from sugar. We have 3 people with a motive to sabotage the competition. But which one committed this heinous culinary crime? A private security team was brought in on the case because the presenters of the competition didn't want the public to know of this disaster. They interviewed the suspects. Marco was interviewed first. When asked about Chef Pierre's sabotaged soufflé, this was his response.
Sabotaged? The soufflé? Ha! Well, wouldn't be the first disaster I've had to clean up around here. But no, I didn't touch his precious Cloud-Nine Soufflé. Pierre acts like the soufflés mix themselves. But sabotage? No way. I may daydream about opening my own little bistro one day, somewhere quiet, somewhere where nobody screams, "Fold, don't stir," at me, but ruining his dish? That blows back on me too. Look, I didn't do it. I've got enough disasters to scrub without adding culinary crime to the list.
Brenda is next. This is what she said.
Oh dear, what a terrible misfortune for dear Pierre. Imagine, his perfect little soufflé collapsing under pressure. Shame, really. I mean, I do enjoy a good show, and after my chocolate tower had its structural disagreement with gravity, I am due a little entertainment.
When asked if she stood to benefit if Pierre is disqualified, this was her answer.
Benefit? Maybe. But sabotage? Please. I'm a professional. I prefer my victories baked, not cheated. I didn't even go by his station. Besides, I wouldn't swap salt for sugar. That's amateur hour. If I wanted Pierre gone, I'd challenge him to a blind tasting and watch him confuse cumin with cinnamon. I am innocent. And if you need me, I'll be over here, perfecting desserts that don't collapse. Unlike some people's soufflés, I've got to get back to my honey cake. It's going to be legendary.
The investigators tell Arthur they think the salty soufflé resulted from sabotage instead of a mere mistake. Here is what he said.
Sabotage, you say? Curious. Very curious. Though frankly, I've always said his flavors were assaulting enough without any added sodium. You know, I wrote an honest review about him. He banned me. Frankly, I considered it a blessing. I did not touch the soufflé. Though I must admit, watching him struggle has been the most entertaining thing I've reviewed in months. My dear detectives, Pierre embarrasses himself. I require no involvement. And replacing sugar with salt? Please. It's too on the nose. I would never commit a culinary cliché.
Next, the investigators take photos of the scene. Pierre's station is first. The scene of the crime shares its secrets. Brenda's station is a study in organized chaos. A dusted marble slab sits center stage, flanked by a high-speed stand mixer and rolling pins. Here are the pictures the investigators took. The detectives find Arthur's notebook left in his trailer. It is open in plain sight. They find an interesting note. So, detectives, with all the clues examined, who do you think did it? They all had motive, but who was the culprit? You'll have 10 seconds to come to a conclusion. First, let's examine the photographic evidence. At Pierre's workstation, we have two clues. First, we have a footprint on the floor, and then we have a blue smudge on one of the switched containers. The sticker, which has been peeled off and restuck, is actually salt and not sugar. So, did you figure out what the shoe print might be made of? I'm sure you did. Next, we have the photos of Brenda's station. This is where the mystery becomes clearer. The blue mark? Blue cake frosting. The shoe print? That's right. Honey. Brenda said that she was never near Pierre's station. That was a lie. She spilled some honey when she was making her honey cake. She tracked it over to Pierre's work area when she switched the salt and sugar labels. She also left a streak of blue frosting that she had on her fingers. The culprit is Brenda. She wanted to stay in the competition so badly. She ruined Pierre's soufflé. As for Arthur's notebook, it's true he didn't like Pierre, but not enough to sabotage his work. And there is no physical evidence to prove he had anything to do with the culinary offense. When the evidence was placed in front of her, Brenda confessed, and Pierre was allowed back into the competition, completely vindicated. The competition continued with Pierre and Marco in the winner's circle. The publicity of the victory gave Marco the opportunity to finally open his bistro. So, how'd you do? Did you figure it out before the conclusion was revealed? If you like quick mysteries like this, please let us know by liking and subscribing to the Secret Map Society channel. We release new videos every week.